We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah, yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Merlin. I got balls of steel. Nukies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shysty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What is up, guys? We had an amazing show for you guys today. We're live from the Ordinal Hour, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. We got so much to talk about. A lot of times, there's not a lot of Ordinal news, so we'll kind of push the Bitcoin stuff a little further, right? We'll kind of dig into deeper of that. But today's the opposite. We don't really have a lot of Bitcoin news. It's a lot of Ordinal stuff. So if you're the type of person who really enjoys just the Ordinal content, today's show is for you guys. And we do have a special announcement. We're going to be giving away 2 Billy Cats today. So, normal thing. Put your Twitter handle. It has to be your Twitter handle in the comments here. And if you're on X and you're watching, do it in the comment section of the actual video. Don't do it inside the video. Do it on the outside of the video in the comment section. That way we can kind of go through that and make sure you guys are there as well. You can do both to make sure you're definitely in there if you want to, but that is fine. We'll make sure that X is definitely in on the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel today, so it should be fun. 2 Billy Cats are up for grabs from my personal collection, so it should be a fun show, man. I'm excited. We have a lot of stuff to talk about too. The Ghosty supply has just been cut. We'll get into all that. We'll get into dog dominance. I'm actually curious what that is. And our partner Fluid, man, staking TVL on Bitcoin. We're going to get to so much, but without further ado, let me bring in my partner here as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
What's up, man? So 2 Billy Cats, man. Giving them away. Giving away 2 Billy Cats.
Dude, I can't believe we're giving away Billy Cats. No, we want people to have their PFP as a Billy Cat, and so we're trying to help that cause. Awesome community, awesome collection. So excited to be a part of that.
Yeah, man. That community is really, really strong. And I think Billy's going to do really well. I'm not pushing it, not saying buy my bags, none of that. I just personally am very bullish on the $1 billion cat and Billy Cats. So we'll see what happens with that. But we'll kind of jump in it right here. How are you feeling with this giant push up right now? We went from 58K to 65K. I mean, it is Wednesday now. So how are you feeling midweek?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling some strength coming back to Bitcoin's price action and the ecosystem. But I would say let's take it a day at a time, right? Don't feel like you're needing to rush and make bad decisions because of time, because I feel like we have plenty of time. Initially I was kind of pressing myself and saying, hey, oh wow, it's we're back. But I don't think we're gonna get to 72 for some time here. That could be 2 weeks, that could be a month, but I don't think it's going to be this weekend. That's just my opinion from what I'm seeing. But hey, much better situation than we were in even a week ago, right? So
yeah, I'm actually feeling opposite. I feel like if you're thinking about getting in ordinals layer 1 assets, that I think if you don't get in soon, this is not financial advice, you'll be paying a premium. I think the low is in. I don't think you'll ever get the prices that we seen last week, and I think that it's only up from here. I think we have about 90 days before we see a really significant pullback, and that kind of leads us right into the election. And I say that because for many reasons, but the main reason is the Democrats are going to want you to feel very rich. They're going to want you to feel very rich going into the voting booth, because as much as everyone says Donald Trump has already won, the election's still kind of tight. We were going through some polling results earlier, and it's obviously Trump's winning in all of them, but it's still very close and anything can happen. The Democrats I think they're going to pump money into the system pretty hard. And I think a lot of that money ends up in the very riskier assets. And we are in the riskier of risky assets because we're in a new ecosystem with the new assets that never existed before. And usually they're the assets that kind of blow up the most, of the ones that didn't exist last cycle. So that's why I think that you have about 90 days of a bullish, emotional sentiment going forward.
yeah, I don't know if I agree with the Democrats trying to get everybody rich. I think that has been a part of their playbook, but they have a lot of bigger things to worry about, in my opinion, right now. So will they pull the levers on that? Possibly. I think regardless, the Fed is in a position to kind of cut rates, right? With that being said, we'll see if they do. If they do, great. If they don't, and it looks like Donald Trump's winning anyways, I think that we're going to have positive sentiment with the markets anyways. So either way, I think we'll be in a good spot. The reason why I feel like, be careful, it's because we could see pull back to 61. We could see a pull back to 60, but I don't think it will last long. But if that happens, you could probably get some stuff cheaper on sale. I'm just being a little bit careful. I've allocated a lot of my liquidity into buying cheap at these prices, and before these prices a little bit cheaper than where we are now. But there could be, is what I'm saying, right? Like,
so it sounds like you're still DCAing, and I'm fully allocated. You're DCAing.
I mean, I'm pretty allocated. I'll say that, but I just think that there's going to be opportunities still. That's what I'm saying, because not everything is like green. But there are a couple things that are popular right now that are hitting the timelines that have seen increases, right? So I think that is just showing like extra strength, in my opinion. But sometimes some of those things could be new projects that like fall off later when things get bullish. So you just gotta be careful, is what I'm saying. And that's the mindset I'm taking.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart. I mean, I think either way, either side of the aisle there is good. You're a little bit more conservative, and I'm a little bit more just like all in, baby. But we'll see. See what happens. Bitcoin ETF inflows hit a 6-week high yesterday, 422 million in one day, hitting the ETFs. Crazy. Absolutely insane. $500 million in one day.
Expected, right? Those are deals.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm sorry.
I mean, it's expected because, like, I'm sure they were licking their chops when Germany was selling off, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing? This is great. We want more." It's like, and for the ETF managers, they were just like probably calling their clients up saying, "Oh my gosh, right? This is a gift
now." Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of that, Germany sold off all their Bitcoin, 54,000 of them. If they waited 2 days, they would have made an extra 3.05 billion with a B. So they left $3 billion on the table.
Yeah, didn't they cash out 2 billion?
Yeah, no, it's more than that. It's 54.
Okay.
It's 54,000. No, it sold their Bitcoin 54,000. I'm not
That's
sure.
Where
I think
they sold that
50,000 tokens. Yeah,
gotcha.
So I'm pretty sure they sold. They left $3 billion on the table, and this is from a credible source. So if they left $3 billion on the table, they must have got like
more
30.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that sucks for them, right? Because it just makes them look like they made the worst decision.
Yeah. Fred Krueger says Gox will be in the rear view, just like Germany is. Mirror in a few weeks. The ETF Cookie Monster will eat it all up. So I thought that was cool from Fred Krueger. His book sold out. He had a book Monday. I wish we would have talked about it on the show because that would have been really good. I'm actually interested in getting a copy eventually when the second edition comes out. But it's the last 15 years of Bitcoin. I'm curious. I would be really interested in reading that. So shout out to Fred Krueger and congratulations on your sellout.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him. I'm glad that went well, and I'm not shocked. He's developed a large following, and I just like to listen to him talk about what he's an expert in. Right? He used to be in TradFi, and now he's been in Bitcoin for a long time. So definitely would like to check that book out as well. And I love the ETF Cookie Monster kind of play or in there, because what does that talk about? It's basically, I feel like he's referring to Michael Dell, right?
Yep. So we'll see. I'm sure Michael Dell. Is Michael Dell buying ETF or is he buying actual Bitcoin like Sailor?
I'm not sure. I honestly don't know, but that'd be interesting to see what he does with that.
So I'm actually curious on this. This is our last Bitcoin topic before we get in the fear and greed chart. But I saw this from Twitter account Bitcoin for Freedom. He says 0.1 Bitcoin is enough to be wealthy and free. Do everything you can to get it. So he's basically saying, let's give the timeline of 10 years. Do you think having 0.1 Bitcoin gets you generational wealth in 10, 20 years?
Well, let's think about how many halvings we'll have by then. So 2 halvings by then.
Yeah.
I mean, it very well could be, right? Yeah. So depending on how high Bitcoin gets this cycle, obviously they say diminishing returns because every time the percentage goes down in terms of how much Bitcoin increases, but it's also, a largest amount of sum of money, right? So that's why it's always, important to get in earlier. But I think like 10% of $3 million is pretty solid, right? But you're looking at 300,000. I think in 10 years, that's probably not going to be as much, as it's not going to be as much as what it is today.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just really, I think this is kind of a perspective of where you see Bitcoin. And, I think it's going to be good for like a savings account for sure. 20 years, 0.1, I think would be probably in that range.
So I think I'm on the other side of the argument a little bit too, because I think obviously my target for this cycle is 700K, which puts 0.1 at 70,000. My target for 2028 would be Bitcoin around 6 million, which puts the 0.1 at 600,000. And then my target for the next cycle is $60 million Bitcoin, right? And that's what kind of, or $50 million Bitcoin. So that kind of puts that 0.1 somewhere in the range of $5 million. So yes, I do agree that 0.1 in about 3 cycles could be generational wealth, depending on how bad the currency is devalued of the currency that you're paying your bills in, right? And if it's not Bitcoin, then how bad did the governments mess up? Because it's going to take a lot of debasement of currency to get to my targets for sure.
Yeah. Who knows? We're all speculating, right? So I think having that amount of Bitcoin is a good idea regardless, right?
Yeah.
I would say for me personally, that would be like a minimum amount that I would want for me and my loved ones to shoot for.
100%. But if you are like, it's to say you're somebody who, and I used to be one, DCAs every week, $50, $100, whatever you can afford, then that's definitely a goal that you should be, that's achievable for sure, especially if you start now. Moving on here, I'm gonna give you, like yesterday it was fun. You guessed the fear and greed. What would you say it is today? I mean, obviously you were a little off, but not by much. But what do you think it is today?
58.
Okay. And drum roll, please. 69.
Yeah. Wow.
Every time you see that, I feel like you cringe.
Yeah, because that's not where I want to be right now. For the fear and greed meter, but hey, I don't know if everybody thinks that like it's a shoe-in for the presidential election and we're gonna cut rates. Let's keep this thing going. Why not, right?
Yeah, man. All right. It's time of that show now. You kind of dig into your charts. If you wouldn't mind showing them, please.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube side, please smash that like for us and subscribe if you're not subscribed to our channel. And on the Twitter side, guys, please share this space for us, please, so we can onboard as many people as possible. And let's get into the charts here. All right. So yesterday I was, calling for a little bit bullish continuation. I believe was that Monday or yesterday? I think it was maybe Monday. But anyways, we've had a really good price action from a bull's perspective, right? And so this is the hour chart, which I always go off of for the shorter term time frame. So as you can see, we had this uptrend building up since let's see, what time is that? So 3 a.m. yesterday, Central Time, right? We built this uptrend up, and then we finally hit kind of a little bit of a reversal here at 11 p.m. last night, right? So that's been kind of down only. So we're in this kind of weird pattern, almost like a bull flag, a potential bull flag, but we came out of this right here. So, it really depends on how this price action ends up playing out for the next couple hours, because we have been in oversold for a little bit here, but it looks like that's starting to weaken up here. And so we could possibly bounce straight out of here, get a little bit more bullish here, and continue this uptrend. That's what I'm hoping for today in the next couple of hours. So that's kind of where I'm at with Bitcoin's price action for today. I think we can test 66,000, and if we have some really good bullish energy going, we could even try to test 66.5. But if this strengthens out here, then we could just remain chop. I don't really see like a big pullback yet, but I want to continue off to the 4-hour chart here. So this is the chart that I am a little bit worried about, because we have had like really good bullish sentiment for a while here on the 4-hour chart. Now we are really knocking on the door for jumping into the oversold territory on the stochastic RSI here, and it looks like the buy pressure has kind of died off, right? So we could start this sell pressure momentum on the 4-hour chart, which would mean the next 2 days could possibly be some chop and downtrend, right? With that being said, if I were to put a price on Friday's prediction, I would probably shoot for 63.5, 64,000. So nothing really damaging. That's not, in my opinion, that's not that bad. That's not really damaging, but I think that's a fair pullback, right? And then 63.5, 64,000, and then over the weekend kind of chop, and then Monday kind of start over. The 12-hour chart, which is the next week and a half forecast here, we have been in overbought for a while here, right? The blue and red lines on the MACD are still, a good distance apart. It is showing that the buy pressure is starting to weaken a little bit, but this is a chart that gives us a week and a half, 2 weeks out forecast, and I'm sticking with us continuing out July pretty strong, possibly knocking on that 70,000. So I'm still there with that. If something changes dramatically here in the next like 5 days, we'll see it pretty clearly, in my opinion. So rest of today, I am expecting some bounce back. So there is a possibility though here on the hour chart for a bearish rising wedge, right? So if that happens, and we just bounce up here a little bit, we could see that descent starting for the 4-hour chart. This is still the hour chart, but like I said, we are weakening here on the sell pressure. So I think regardless if this bearish wedge ends up happening or not, I think we see some sort of push up a little bit. And if the wedge plays out, then it'll just be a little push up and then bam, down. But I'm actually feeling that we end up, trying to knock on 66 again today. So I don't know if this plays out, but I feel like it doesn't. We'll see.
If we break through that 66, do you see upward momentum from there? Do you see us potentially hitting 71, 72 after that? Or do you see kind of maybe...
No. I see, because of the 4-hour chart, I see us like, maybe like teasing a little bit, like 66.2, 66, maybe trying to tease a little bit 66.5, but then I see a pullback from there.
Interesting.
That's where I see the pullback starting, is like getting to that 66.2, 66. I don't even think we get to 66.5, 66.2 around there, and then tease and then back down for Friday prediction of that 63.564.
Guys, I don't think this guy's bullish enough, guys. Just
I'm
kidding.
just trying.
Jump to my favorite part of the show here, the roll call. And
Let's
just a
get
reminder, we are giving away 2 Billy Cats today. So all you have to do to enter, we're going to add the wheel later after the Traverse segment. All you have to do is put your Twitter handle in the chat, or if you're on X, and Danny said you can't comment outside the live chat until the stream ends, but on X you can. So if you go to X, you know, obviously we're streaming over there, use a comment box. You can go into the video and you can put your comment in there. That'll come in our StreamYard. But just think, sometimes X doesn't come through for whatever reason. But if you just put it on the outside, I'll double check to make sure you're on the wheel. It's just another way to make sure that you're in. All right, let's kind of jump through this roll call. Should be a nice one today. Let's see. First is first. On the show, we go by the Bitcoin standard. The Bitcoin standard is first. So let's see who won today. Chief Axel, congratulations. You have won today. You are number 1 in our hearts and our minds here. Congratulations to you, my friend. Thank you for always being a consistent viewer as well. Congrats, buddy. And then Mr. Hanky, I think he tries to be number 2 because he's a Christmas poo. I swear, he's always number 2. He's always number 2. Well,
he's the best at being number 2.
When someone says, I got to take a number 1, they go to the bathroom, the 1 or number 2. Number 2 is usually a dookie, right?
Oh, that makes sense. All lining up now.
Shout out to you. He said, you're not bullish enough, peeps. No one is.
I love the PFP, by the way.
Yeah, I love the Billy Cat. And shout out to Yasher, man. He said, good day, everyone, and God bless this show and its members. Thank you so much, Yasher, man. What you do for our show, man, means so much to us. Thank you so much each and every day for all your help. And then we have Mr. Sheedy. He's back in the top 5 here. He says, I smashed the like button, and I might have broken it. I was wondering who broke the like button. Thank you, Mr. Sheedy. Glasshopper is here. KDN. Mike's World. He says, I claim first. Shout out to Mike's World. And we have Piccolo is in the building. He says, let's the good times roll. Hell yeah. Bitmac Gallery is here. Our boy Danny Boy. He said, let do money. Yes. I love that comment. It makes so much sense to me. Reziak is here. Danny Boy again. I Walk Alone says, Mr. Sheedy, nah, it still works. I smashed it too and shared. Shout out to I Walk Alone, man. Thank you always for being here, buddy. Bitrenz is here. Lackey Lukey, Dream Baked, Sixes. He says, I finally am the right amount of bullish. It might be time for a new intro song. I don't know, man. You think it's time?
We'll see. We'll get our creative juices going and try to actually not our creative juices, but
you gotta hit up our boy
Sam or somebody else.
Cash Cats in the building. Ordinal Tweets, followed by my man. No. Oh, wow. We have a change in developments here.
Oh,
Rick G is no longer long living BRC20s. He's officially in the TAP ecosystem. Uh-oh. Sell all your BRC20s. No, I'm just kidding.
Rick G's in all the ecosystems.
Yeah, man. Akala is here. E-Buck, welcome to the show, my friend. Joko is here. Amir is here. Ant-Man, another one of our mods. Tim Baker is in the building. Shout out Tim. Chain Watcher, Mats is here. DJ Clitty Litter in the building on the ones and twos. Shout out to you, DJ Clitty Litter, from the OSD group as well. Mighty Sonu is here. Francisco Jose is in the building. Peter Zagone is here. Sixes. Then we have I think I said Ant-Man. Superfan is in the building. You guys didn't watch yesterday's episode with Superfan, go back and watch it. Phenomenal builder, phenomenal person, and even better community member. We appreciate you, Superfan.
Yes, sir.
And then let's see. Vaxzone is here. He says, hello, friends. I was gone for 2 weeks. I was wondering where you went, bud. I was very ill. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Well, hopefully you get back to full strength and start killing it again. So what are we now in what phase? We are in the renewed optimism phase, in my opinion. I feel like the bear trap is over, but that's just my crazy opinion. Let's go. LSR is here. Green Man is here. Site Editor. Superman. Kal-El is in the building. Crypto Cats. Followed by Eat Satoshi is here. Let's go, Eat Satoshi. We're going to have him on the show eventually. Vision Atomo is here. Joe Aggie is here. Shout out to you, Joe. Vision Atomo. Steamy J is in the building. Who else we got here? Let's see. Crypto Noob is here. And Cache Cats is in the building. Jesus is here. Stewie Sats is in the building. Let's see. Joyce Downs is here. What's up, man? And then we have Vision Tomoto. That's it. And then Stewie Sats again. I'll say you again at the end here. Let's go. And that is your roll call today. I appreciate every single member who makes the roll call. Today was an amazing long one. We appreciate it. We got 160 people in the building. Shout out to all you guys, man.
Yeah. It's important. The roll call. We always say it every day. Be consistent, no matter if the price action is good or bad, and you will learn more and more if you're in it every day.
Yeah, man. We're getting some ordinals news here. This is from our partner, Fluid Tokens. He said, when we decided to build on Bitcoin, we promised ourselves we'd do it on one condition: disrupt the entire industry. Bitcoin is currently ranked 12th for TVL. It's time to change this. So they posted this thing here, and we kind of know a little bit more than we can say. So we'll kind of hint around this a little bit. But what they're building, guys, has something to do with staking. And so what we're thinking is going to happen is you're going to be, let's just say you have a token, for instance, that's for an easy one. Let's just say PUPS, right? So you have the PUPS token, but you pre-mined 10-20%. You can give that 10-20% to people who stake, and you can have them stake 2 months, 2 years, whatever, and you can basically give an APY to that staking situation. So that they time lock their ordinal or their rune or whatever it is, and you can reward those stakers by giving them this token. So yeah, it's a pre-mine, but you're giving it to the people who lock up and are not able to sell for months at a time. This causes a reaction of TVL, which puts Bitcoin growing TVL on DeFi Llama, which is my favorite place to check TVL. This is huge, right?
Yeah, it's huge. This is what we've been holding back. I mean, it says right there, native rune staking. So this is really, really big. We've been wanting to talk about this, but we couldn't because they, as you can see with the post, have an exclusive partnership with Xverse, right? Exclusive integration with the Xverse wallet. So this is really, really big. This is the reasons why we pick the partners we pick, guys. I mean, not anybody can get partnership like this with Xverse, right? So now I'm going to remind you guys that there's probably like 400 spots left for that fluid pass, and all you got to do is be in the top 1,000 spots for points earners on their dashboard, which ends in 14 days. So go mess around with this Dex and the platform to earn those points, because I think that those passes are going to be huge. They will have their own rune that they're going to have one-to-one with their Cardano token, so you can bridge back and forth. And they're a huge infrastructure builder now, right? In my opinion, once you partner with Xverse, once you get exclusive partnership with their wallet, you can stake directly in there. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very fun. And it helps the ecosystem with total value.
Yeah, 100%. And the staking is going to be a big part. But you guys will see, it's all you had to do, and you can basically earn a pass. It took me 15 seconds while Yagobi was talking there, how easy that was. So definitely do a swap there. Get in the leaderboard. The leaderboard should be soon. It's not available yet, but it should be soon. Go to swaps. But you're going to see a staking thing here soon. And it's going to have, potentially... I think Dog's going to be one, and I saw Frogs in the demo, but I don't know Frogs. How awesome would that be let's just say somebody made a Ribbit token, and you staked, anyone could do it. It doesn't have to be Frog Toshi. It can be any community member. So you can contact Fluid. I'm sure that they would love for someone to give a TVL, and then you make a lock-in mechanism. They'll do everything for you. Obviously, there's a fee that they collect on the in and out, but that's very normal. It's probably going to be a few bucks each time, maybe not even that. I'm not even sure. But they're going to make a tiny fee on it, and then you lock up your frogs, and then you earn the Ribbit token, or whatever you choose the token to be called. You can do that with any collection. Let's just say Itatoshi wants to do it with his worms. He can contact Fluid and say, hey, I want to lock up these worms, and then you can earn the worm token that he creates, and he can 100%. Give 100% APY if he wants, 200% APY. I mean, thousands of percent APY, because it's a new token. You're giving 100% away to stakers, and this really locks up the ordinal, so no one could sell it for months at a time.
I was saying 100% because I agree with you 100%, not necessarily 100% APY.
Well, I mean,
but hey,
thousands of percent
to attract more people. So I think this is where this disconnect of a runes token and an ordinals collection can come together, right?
Yeah.
Because now imagine this with the Billy Cats. Let's say Niche from the Billy Cats founder, which is a prominent member of or holder of the Billy token, right? Decides, hey, I want to reward Billy Cat holders for staking Billy Cats. And I love the fact that you can stake ordinals or you can just stake runes, but the reward is going to be runes, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to start seeing some crazy stuff with this, some incentives to hold your ordinals more, which I think right now is like the perfect time to do that. Because once we get into crazy town, 6 months down the line, that's when I think aggressive listing makes a lot of sense, right? So we'll see how this plays out, but I'm super, super excited about it.
100%. I was thinking with the fluid pass, let's just say you did one swap, you get a fluid pass. He should allow staking for that pass, and then you earn the token that way. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah. All right, moving on to our next thing here. We might have hit on this yesterday, but we're running out of time. If you were on Merlin Monday, you kind of already know this already, but we're going to kind of just bring it up one more time to kind of show you guys exactly what to do and how to do it. So Unicross self-service bridge application is live for 24 hours and 117 assets submitted and approved. Unicross bridge has successfully bridged a total of 183 assets, including ordinals. So I'm going to show my screen here one more time. So guys, it's really simple. It's down here. Yagobi had to teach me where it was because I couldn't find it. The color scheme needs to change a little bit. I love Mr. J, but it's really hard to see down here. But
make it pop out a little bit, like maybe put a line underneath the text or something.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's right here. So it's really simple. You're going to pop this up, and then you can pick whether it's a rune, a BRC20, or an ordinal. You can do anything, guys. You don't need to be the creator of this project either. If you want, let's just say you want the Billy Cats to come over, you would just go to ordinals and NFT. You would find the asset in here, and you can see they have hundreds of assets in here already. But you would just pick, you would find the Billy Cats. Where are you?
Is it not in there? Type in Billy.
It's definitely in here. Yeah, I was typing Billy. Good idea.
So it's not in there probably because you requested it already and it's on its way.
Yeah. So you pick something that's not. It's like Pizza Ninjas.
Base Angels or Pizza. Yeah.
You put your email in there, and then they are going to charge you 0003, but that's the one-time fee, and it's for they have to make the contract, so that you're just kind of paying the transaction fee, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And it's the one time, and then after, for this special like Merlin Summer initiative that they're doing, they're covering the rest, I believe. But the fee also goes towards making the foundation of RuFi, the runes token over there, stronger. I think that gets added to like liquidity or something. So all those details you can find out, if you follow the Unicross Twitter account. But I think this is really, really cool and flexible, right? So this kind of makes being able to bring like certain assets over that you never thought you could just simple, right? You'll get an answer. I believe they said up to 48 hours. So
yeah. And let's just say you're a big holder of one of these tokens and you want to bring it over to one of the swaps and add liquidity. You do it here, and then you can go to Verothium swap, Verothium Dex when that opens up, and you can add liquidity to really anything you want to make it tradable and potentially bring more holders to it, right? So this is a big deal to me. Shout out to Mr. J and Unicross.
Yep.
All right, moving along here. This huge news from the TAP ecosystem. Ghosty Cash. The community has spoken with an epic 604,000 votes. We're set to burn the bots. Join on July 20th for a legendary token bonfire. I attend every bonfire in crypto. I'm there for every single one of them as we burn 1.5 million tokens. Total supply goes from 33,300,033 to 31,823,000. So this is a big deal. This is about about 4.5% of the supply is gone from Ghosty.
Are you happy?
As a Ghosty holder, I mean, yeah. But at the same time,
it hasn't been burned yet.
Centralized.
It hasn't been burned yet. And so we'll see. It's 1.5 million. So that's going to move us to 30. Was that 31.5 million? A little bit more, 37.5 or 38 point. So 31.8. Sorry, that's what I meant. Anyways, that so we'll see how many other Oh, it's right there. You have it right in front of me. I was trying to do the
Yeah.
math in my
Oh,
head.
sorry.
But we'll see how many other burn events they have, because they have that burn event tab, which I love that they have that tab, because they could have not put that tab in the menu and just been like, this is a one-time thing, but having that tab up there makes me think that we might have more bonfires.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. All right, jumping to the next thing, just kind of moving things around real quick. So where are we at? Yeah, okay. So we'll talk about this real quick. There's a potential partnership between Merlin and Ordzar. We know that Ordzar has this Odin swap thing on L1. We know that Ordzar has a launch pad. They have a marketplace. They're huge, and we know Merlin's an L2. Obviously, we don't really know what this partnership is about, but how would you speculate on this? What would you say?
I would say this is like the beginning parts of, them building on Merlin. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think it is. It says something. So let's just show the post here from the Merlin team. It was actually from the Ordzar team Merlin chain reposted. It says something huge is brewing. Endless Art Ordinals is making its way to the most popular BTC L2 Merlin chain in the space now. Stay tuned. So I'm bullish on this, because I think Nakib is one of the most in the know people in our space, right? And I think not that like he didn't have confidence in Merlin, but he was very hesitant, wanted to be like patient about where they build, right? And then for this to come out and saying there's this partnership and there's something brewing, it seems like he is just the next ordinals builder that is going to extend their footprint into Merlin. So that would be 3 prominent like builders that have influence on the West, and a community that has a lot of Western people, right? So this is huge, I think, for the chain, and this is going to be really big for Ordzar.
Yeah, I agree. I was talking to Nakib in New York, and I asked him about how he feels about the L2 space and stuff like that. And I thought he was very bullish on it, but at the time he came out very bearish on the L2s. He was basically saying how he felt like that, there's no real L2 and like that. And in a recent conversation with him, he said, Opcat kind of changes that for him with potentially bringing more real L2s, and it's really going to benefit the L2s that are already here, because it's not going to be that hard for them once they have the builders, once they already have the ecosystem, the users, to just create a new bridge. I mean, that's all Jeff would have to do. They would probably be very, very lucrative for him, because right now the bridges are very expensive. It's very expensive for him like that. That's why, before they were charging you $15 to bridge something over from Merlin, from Bitcoin to Merlin. Because I mean they pay a lot of money for this bridging system, so this could actually be beneficial. And I'm thinking they keep starting to finally understand how big Opcat is, and it changed his perspective.
Yeah, I felt the same sentiment that you just explained. That he was kind of like, okay, well, and I think people need to understand Nakib runs in a lot of circles, so which is good. He's a great networker, and he is one of the people that are from the East that has really good relationships with prominent people in the West. We're talking about like Casey. We're talking about, that group, non-fungible Jan from Xverse, these type of people. And so I think they're not huge on these Bitcoin layer 2s, because they're focused on Bitcoin's native layer, which makes sense, right? So I think he was just kind of a little bit back and forth on that, but we'll see what's going to happen. He's been focusing on building Odin Swap, which is a centralized exchange for all these Bitcoin layer 1 assets that works with the native layer. But him doing this and taking this step out into this realm is big, in my opinion.
I agree. This is a tweet from Jake.Sats. He says, "Dog, $462 million market cap. The actual runes market cap is 1.1 billion." And he says Dog's dominance is 42% of that. So that's huge. How do you feel about Dog being 42% of the runes market?
It just reminds me of Ordi in the beginning. I remember a lot of the bull posts about Ordi in that summer of BRC 20s. A lot of people were saying it was a large percentage of the total market cap. It was. I think that first run up, it got to 500 million. Dog is following a lot of similar price action and market cap achievement milestones that Ordi did the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So I still remain bullish on Dog, even though it's retraced. I think that it will get to $1 billion. And I think there's going to be multiple runes and BRC 20s that cross over the $1 billion market cap. When we're in Crazy Town, I like to call it Crazy Town because everybody's going nuts and in a good way. And so this is just kind of, another comparison that you can compare it to Ordi, that first run up.
Yeah. I think Crazy Town because no one's sleeping anymore. Everyone's overexhausted,
looking at
checking their bags in the middle of the night, waking up to pee 9 times, just an excuse to check your portfolio.
Yeah, the significant others are like sleeping with one eye open. Like, what are you doing on your phone at like 2:30 in the morning? You're like, I'm
He's
trying to make
cheating
more
on
money
me.
for us.
But in reality, I just want to check the price of Dog. But where do you see the Dog dominance in 6 months? Do you see it in the 30, maybe 25?
Yeah, it's going to dwindle down as the market gets more crazier and bullish and things like that. Bigger projects come out, but I think it will always have like a good percentage of it. But yeah, we'll definitely see this dominance go down. It's just natural evolution of it.
Yeah. But I'm curious what Ordi's dominance is. It's probably hard to tell. But you think it's Ordi's like less than 10%, just a guesstimate?
Right now, I don't know, man. Like I just would be completely throwing it out there in the dark. I would have to check. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll check on that and put it for tomorrow's episode for sure.
Yeah.
All right. This is a message for all the seal. Anyone who participated in the seal, go to airdrop.merlinchain.io and get your claim your next airdrop. I claimed it earlier this morning, and you can do it too. So just go to the site. Just a reminder. Obviously, you got half it in the very first one, a quarter in the second one, and then it dwindles down. So this much is definitely my lowest claim, but that's how it's designed. And I got two. You have 2 more claims, so you'll have one in August and one in September, being the last one. And I think that's when Merle can finally get going again, right? So I'm excited for this, but expect Merlin's price to drop because it always does around the 19th, because that is when that's the monthly claim for the seal stakers.
Yeah, I will say this though: the last 2 times that the claim has happened, it's been really subtle. The last one where the claim has affected the price, like had a significant price impact, in my opinion, was stage 2. But we'll see how this stage 4 plays out. Stage 1 had the most impact, obviously, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, man. I will jump to the next one here. Surf Protocol, a protocol that we use a lot, sticking with Merlin for a bit. A weekly recap of Surf Protocol. Trading volume in the past week was 130 million. Active traders are 3,400 traders. Daily traders, or that's pretty crazy. Did you realize that 3,400 people were trading over there every day?
No, I did not, but
crazy.
That is crazy.
If you would have told me 300, I'd be like, yeah, that seems about fair. But 3,000, that's pretty crazy. Insane.
Yeah, 3,000 is pretty crazy. But, a lot of people love their platform because, again, you don't have to KYC. You can trade these Bitcoin Layer 1 assets on centralized exchanges. You got to KYC for the most part. For Surf Protocol, you don't have to, right? And the gas refund right now, that is huge. Yeah. Yes, their fees can get up there for sure, but the gas refund makes that a lot better situation.
100%. All right, jumping back to Bitcoin Layer 1, Equidium. So we talked about Hermetica yesterday, how they're a new stablecoin, and you can collect 20%, 25% APY on staking the USDH for the SUSDH. So you just go to their site to do that. But it's available now to borrow on Liquidium. Why would one want to borrow a stablecoin on Liquidium?
Borrow it?
Yeah,
because then you can stake it.
Instead of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, you can stake it and earn 25%, up to 25%. And so, I'm bullish that this is the second stable coin, man.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about this for a while. Just such a bullish indicator for that the ecosystem is going to be that main narrative this bull cycle.
Yeah.
And I love that their aesthetics are I mean, I'm an aesthetic guy. I'm a digital marketing guy. So like when I see their website, when I see like their marketing, their graphics, everything, it's like top notch. That doesn't mean everything, obviously, but it does mean that they care enough to make their product look presentable. And Liquidium is a big partner, you know, for them, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see how this plays out. I'm excited to see if they release a governance token. I'm sure they will. But you know, we'll see what happens with this reward staking too. Another way to add TVL. So we're number 12 right now. Mark that down, audience, in your notes that Bitcoin is number 12 in total ecosystem TVL. And let's revisit this in, let's say, 6 months and see where we are then. Because I think 100%. We're not going to be at number 12.
Especially when there's like liquid staking comes like this right here. You know, you're able to get a token USD SUSDH, and you can potentially stake that as well somewhere. So you're gonna see a lot of that coming, and I'm definitely excited for that. Liquidium is like the number 1 DApp in the ecosystem. There's no doubt about that. So this is huge for Hermetica that the Liquidium kind of given the stamp approval. And one thing that we worry about with stablecoins is the Luna situation. Right. And, you know, this is obviously backed by Bitcoin. Bank is backed by USDE, which is backed by a basket of assets on Ethereum. So we're getting very, you know, very safe feeling, especially when you're backing something by Bitcoin. That kind of gives me that that good feeling in my stomach when I think about your project, because Bitcoin, it's you know, it's this, to me, it's the safest asset in my portfolio. I think it's honestly safer than my house, right? So because you know, my house can get damaged, but my Bitcoin, as long as I don't lose it or do something stupid, it's, you know, it's going to go up forever. Especially, and that's just really just because the dollar's going to go down forever because of inflation. So yeah, this is big. And I was thinking too is like I can potentially borrow against my Bitcoin now, right, and get USDH. Like that's to say that like I need cash now. Kind of like a Blockify type of thing. I need my money and I need it now. But if I
was that JG Whitworth? Have you heard that?
But anyway, so in that situation, let's just say I have a whole Bitcoin and I'm like, damn, dude, I really want to buy this car, but I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. Potentially, you can borrow against it. Get, let's just say $30,000 in USDH, go get that car, put that in your bank account, and you obviously got to convert it to normal USD, put it in your bank account, go get the car, and then, you know, pay back that loan potentially in time.
When Bitcoin
that's something that
shoots up.
Exactly. You sell other Bitcoin.
That's where the terms are going to be very important, right?
Yeah.
So because 30 days is risky for something like that. You know, you want probably some sort of term that's going to give you at least 6 months from right now, right?
Yep.
So,
and a gradual payment as well. That's something Liquidium could do in the future.
Yeah, and then I'm sure we'll see other protocols once the staking starts to really start to catch over here, like with Fluid and Hermetica's main platform site and Liquidium, and then there's going to be other builders from outside of here that say, "Whoa, okay, we can build staking protocols here. Let's build up our own TVL, man." Like someone like Aave says, "Okay, let's create a Bitcoin ecosystem brand." But we're sister like underneath us, right? I mean, we're going to see some crazy stuff. I imagine here in this next 6 to 12 months.
I agree. All right, jump to the next thing here. But jump into Decentralized. I see someone in the chat was talking about this earlier, so we'll just kind of get into it. There's a bunch of stuff here, so we're gonna go we'll take it slow. Decentralized listen to the community, and now the mint cost is $100K. Previously, I think it was $1,000, right? I think it was something similar, and then the community came out and they were like, "You guys are trying to
from $1 million
take from us
to 100,000 decentralized per mint."
Gotcha.
But that you had to hold. Yep. And I think you had a Promethean too, right? You had to have multiple things.
Well, I don't think you were giving them your Promethean. I think you were just giving them the Decentralized, but you had to hold in order to get the snapshot. And I'm kind of getting to this. Snapshots taken, eligible wallets for each phase. So there's 2 phases. The first phase is 500. I'm not on there. I'm a Decentralized holder and a Promethean holder. I didn't get on there, but I am on the next phase 2, which I'm hoping to get one. So they look pretty cool. We were talking about it before the show. How you feeling about the way these things look?
I don't love them. I don't love them, but
Yeah.
they're different, right?
I like this one.
They have like this kind of background glowing type of thing. I mean, that's just personal preference for me. It's not like
Yeah.
some of them look tight. I like that skeleton one up there. I like the Bitcoin bull right there. So
Yeah.
some of these are really cool. I feel like it's definitely more art than it is just straight PFP style. But no, we'll see. It's a small amount of supply, right?
Yeah. 222.
Yeah, so 222 people are fighting for 222. Yeah. Someone was talking about, the Kongs felt like they said that they felt like the Kongs feel like they didn't make enough return through their experience here, and that's why they're doing this. I don't know. I don't know anything. That's just what I saw on there. But in my mind, I'm like, what are they going to do? Are they going to sell down the decentralized? I don't think so. Did they talk about plans for that? What they're going to do with the decentralized? Because if they sell that down, that's a big.
So the rumor is for exchange listings. They want to collect that. They want to collect that amount originally for the exchange listings, but now 100 times 200, that's not going to be enough for exchange. Usually, a normal exchange listings cost between 10 and 50,000, depending on the exchange. Gate.io I think is 10,000, while MXC is like 50,000. So, and you basically got to give them that many tokens, and they can sell that on their site. So, so that's kind of how that works. So, I don't know. Obviously, people don't realize that exchange listings are expensive. You can see what Benny did. He took some of the proceeds from the validator, the public validator, and he got them the MEXC listing. So that was huge, and I think that's okay as long as you're kind of you're telling everyone what you're doing with it, right? So, and I think these projects, they're coming out and they're being too secretive about what they're building. And I think that's a negative. I think that's why R6 been down only, Decentralized has been down only. Yeah, I mean, it's cool and all, but like, when to drop something right and it's like, oh wow, this is it. But I feel like hinting the community gives that community that optimism that's still there, rather than them just kind of selling off. I think their media team needs to really get better at what they're doing, and I think they need to start teasing stuff. I think they should start teasing stuff as of yesterday, honestly. But this is a step in the right direction. You'll see these PFPs on Twitter, which will kind of keep the decentralized movement in everyone's minds.
Yeah. Remember last month, a lot of builders were telling us August, right?
Yeah.
We're starting to see bullish price action in the middle of July. So we got 2 weeks left. We have the Bitcoin conference, which I think there's going to be some explosive things that come out of that conference. And that's like perfect leading into August. So
yeah,
if we can continue this bullish price action momentum, hit an all-time high between now and let's say the middle of August or the end of August, and just range like at like 75 to 80, around there, maybe 85, and then like chop back and forth before really pulling up in the late fall, wintertime, then we're gonna start to see we're gonna get what you just asked for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get like decentralized being way more, just a lot more communication from all these projects that have been kind of quiet. I expect like stuff from like Fehu and for Epic, and from Arctic Coin, Rune Coin, and stuff like that. Not all of them. Some of them will just probably be what people thought they were and just fade off in the back. But most of them, in my opinion, will start to release more information because they want their coin to succeed for most part. The ones that have like skin in the game. Remember, Epic spent a ton of money on that Epic SAT. RuneCoin spent a lot of money on getting it listed on OKX. Yeah. These teams have spent money, so they want success.
100%. I agree. All right. I guess we'll hit on Traverse Wednesday.
Yes.
We'll jump into that a little early today. So where's it there? So, guys, one of our partners is Traverse. If you are a longtime watcher, you obviously know this. But real quick, for anyone who's new here, Traverse is a cold storage vault, right? So that's one thing that they want to kind of push out there. Cold storage vault, which has an MFA, which is your Google Authenticator, and your email address. So let's just say, for instance, somebody hacked your teacher. I saw yesterday it was a hack. Somebody from Solana, he lost like 1,200 soul, a bunch of.
Oh my god, dude! I
stuff.
saw that. He's a community member, I think, in the Ordinals too, because he had an OMB PFP. Oh, sorry to that guy.
Yeah, so it sucks, but there is solutions to that, right? And Traverse is a solution. So what you can do with Traverse is they have a wallet for you, and the only way to access is the wallet is not custodian, which people don't understand. So in that wallet, you can send these assets to. Let's just say he had a bunch of different vaults, and he put 500 soul in each vault, and so he's ready to do that. Or in this case, Bitcoin in those vaults to kind of keep it that's second level safety. It's that's one thing here. That's why the episode today is called Protect Your Bitcoin Assets, because you do not want to lose your assets 6 months away from potentially the biggest bull market that has ever existed, in my opinion. So it's just one of those things where let's just be safe with our assets. Let's be smart. And that's the thing too, is like, don't have everything in one wallet. For him to have that much in one wallet, and I'm speculating that it was one wallet, but that's the way it sounded. It just sucks. So like there is things you can do, whether that's have multiple wallets on different machines, or have a vault, a cold storage vault, like what Traverse offers.
Yeah, I agree. They don't offer the security solution to Solana, so but he could have just had a little bit more hygiene, right? And look, I'm not saying that he trying to criticize him or anything. This sucks to lose that, right? Like I've lost stuff in my past, so it's like everybody makes mistakes and stuff like that. So but being in the Ordinals ecosystem and Bitcoin's ecosystem, you do have the ability to use Traverse to secure your layer 1 assets, right? So a couple things about Traverse as well is, like, I think people need to realize, like, with security questions, those are an option, an alternative to mnemonic phrases. So they are putting these options kind of in your court too, right? Of how you can access, because they don't have access to your items, to your cold storage vault, security vault. You only have access to that, right? So, but you have to be the one that puts these steps in place. Like, default is email, security email code, and then also the QR code for MFA. And then in the future, they're looking to bring in passkeys, which I'm super excited about. I think that's going to be released once they have their app, because just looking at my phone and it realizing that these are my eyes or my facial structure is huge, right? And so you will be able to have the choice, though. Say, okay, no, I just want to keep it just the 2, email and MFA, or I want to do the passkeys, the biometric passkeys. So
yeah, man. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of their site real quick. Their site is phenomenal here, and just go to traverselabs.io, and then you want to launch the app. The first thing you want to do is change it from Ethereum to Bitcoin, and then you can launch the app here. It's going to ask you to connect your wallet. I'm going to connect my Unisat here. I'm going to connect it, sign it, and boom. So this is kind of the setup for it right now. I don't have any vaults or anything, so you just put a nickname in there. I'm just going to put test, and it's select your currency. I am going to pick, can I pick Bitcoin? I can pick Bitcoin, so I'll pick Bitcoin. And then, it's going to want me to do an email here, and I'll just do Ordinal Revolution at gmail.com. And I'll send the code there. And then on a different thing, I'll just jump into here real quick. Sorry, this takes a little long.
No worries. While he's doing that, guys, I want to also point out the difference between a cold storage security vault versus regular cold storage hardware wallet is, if you sign you connect your hardware wallet to a website, OpenSea or something, you sign it, you can get drained. The cold storage security vaults don't sign any contracts for you. So, that in itself kind of, allows you to stay safe, and that will happen as well on their EVM vaults as well. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I just got the code from my email, and then it's asking me for the MFA, and then open my Google Authenticator. And this is just a test wallet, guys. I'm not going to put anything in this, just so if you guys try to steal this, it'll be worthless. But then, come over here, and now I have the MFA for test. It was really that easy. And then I'm going to put the MFA code in, and I'll verify. And boom, now I am set up. Now I can set up my account here, set up a new account, recover an old one. I'm going to set up a new one. and it's going to ask me security questions or a seed phrase. And so this way you can put your security questions in if you want to, or my favorite is just get the seed phrase. So you'll get the seed phrase to this vault, and just like you'll do anything else. So in order to let's just say you lose your computer or whatever, but you need to get back in your vault, you'll just put seed phrase. You'll put your seed phrase in your Unisat wallet, but this is different seed phrase from that, and then you'll go to traverselabs.io, go into the site, and put this seed phrase back in. Then it will ask you for your MFA. It's going to ask you for the Google Authenticator I just got, and it's also going to ask you for the email that I've already gotten as well. So you've seen how I set it up. It's that easy. Or instead of having this, you don't need a seed phrase for this. You can do the security questions. But you just promise yourself that you're writing these down just like you're writing this down, right? Don't go off pure memory, because we all make mistakes. And my first dog was Duke, but I also at the same time maybe I had a dog thing and I just forgot which dog it was, right? So you just want to definitely write down the answers to security questions, write down the answers to your seed phrase as well, and that way when you're in, you'll create your vault, and then you can finish, and then you can kind of go in your vaults and you can create your first vault. And this one I'm going to call test again, and then I'll create the vault, and then you should see in a few seconds, boom, test is up. But you can have as many vaults as you want. You can call this one let's just say puppets. If you want to have a vault for your puppets there, you can have that vault. And then let's just say you want another vault for your node monkeys. You can put nodes. And, let's just say you want a vault for, maybe hide from wife. You can put hide from wife. Or, you can have whatever you want here. Any vaults you want, as many of them as you possibly want. And they'll all have different addresses here. But just so you guys do know, in order to send what you have in here out, you will need to send this wallet Bitcoin, which is pretty obvious, right? And so you'll send this wallet Bitcoin, it'll be in the balance, and then you can send it out. It's really that easy, but safe. In order for someone to get in there, yes, they'll have to have your wallet, but then you also need your MFAs as well.
100%. And then also right there on that same screen, that button to the right says freeze. So I know that could be confusing for some people. They're like, oh, does this freeze my assets? Freeze just means that you're going to deposit Bitcoin layer 1 assets into that specific cold storage security vault. That's it. So don't overthink that. It just means, that's the address that they need to be sent to. And once they're sent there, they're secured. That's it. Real simple.
All right. I think that's it for Traverse. Is there anything else we got to hit on?
I think that's it. That is it, guys. So make sure you're just securing your assets, because there's been a lot of exploits, and it has calmed down a little bit because I think the space has slowed down a little bit. But once it picks back up, you're going to start to see these, stories and stuff, and it sucks because I remember someone lost like 750,000 like 2 months ago in ordinals, all ordinals, and that gotta be a huge gut punch there.
I would cry for like 2 months.
I mean, yeah. That would suck. Okay. All right, let's get to the Q&A for the ordinals after hour, guys. Put your questions in here, but do we want to do one of the giveaways right now, or
I need to grab the addresses? I'll do that now while we do the thing. So, guys, so you have about 7 more minutes to put your it has to be your Twitter handle in the chat. I'm giving away 2 Billy Cats right now. So I'm going to grab all the addresses right now. So put your Twitter handle in the chat, and that way we will be able to, it has to be do at your Twitter handle. So that way it's easier for me to go through and make sure they have it. So do it now at your Twitter handle, and then that way I'll add you guys to the wheel of names.
All right. Let's go through these comments and questions here. Let's see here. Ordinal tweet says, Ordinal Revolution, the best. Appreciate you, sir. Consistently showing up. I definitely have noticed you in almost every day. So, yeah. All right, BitRen says, what do you guys think of what's going on with the decentralized raffle mint? So, I think that they, made a good decision to listen to the community for first step, right? By changing up the cost of the mint. That's number one. Number two, I don't think they have any other choice but to raffle off, because there's so many people that are attempting these, right? So, like Shizzy said, he's in this phase 2, but most likely they're all going to be gone. I would imagine. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard for me to get one.
Yeah. So with that being said, when you only have that much supply, there's not much you can do, right? So hey, one of the things is that they did kind of follow through with a lot of the speculation there that they were going to have an ordinals collection. So
Yeah.
you got to hand it to them with that for that. Let's see how this plays out, guys. Let's see what happens to the the token as well. I think we got to give them some time, right? Because one thing about our space that I really do like is that there's a lot of accountability from the community. We hold the builders accountable, but sometimes I think we got to chill for a second and say, are we being, a little bit irrational at times, right? But for the most part, 90%, 95% of the times, like us holding them accountable is warranted 100%. But I think, that 5 to 10% of the time, I think we need to take a step back and say, let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. Because what do we got to lose at this point, right? Like the market cap has been down on the token. There's not much to lose. So let's give them a chance to show us what they're made of.
Amen. Tank Crusher.
Amir Dawood says, good morning. I'm on time for the show. Yes, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
I'm adding your names, guys. Remember to put your Twitter handles in there. You got about maybe 2 more minutes.
Vision of Tomo says, I'm looking at my chops right now. Market's looking juicy. RIP Germany. Yes, RIP Germany. They're probably kicking themselves in the butt. They knew what was going to happen, though, right after.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're just that clueless. Joe Agi says, we need a new all-time high for Bitcoin. How can this go for the first time when we are looking at bullish and when we are looking at, I'm not sure what you meant by that question. We definitely need a new all-time high. I think everybody would agree with that. Yeah, if you could just clarify what you meant in that, and I'd be happy to answer that question or try my best to answer it. I like this. Ichitoshi says, put 0.2 Bitcoin in a wallet and forget everything but the seed phrase. Thank me in a decade. That's a good idea, man. Imagine like what the next little ordinals run up, or maybe big, in Bitcoin ecosystem run up. You just put like 0.2 in a bunch of wallets and say, okay, I'm done with that savings account. I'm gonna look at that in 10 years.
Yeah,
that might be a good idea, man. I think that's a good idea, Ichitoshi. Sixes says, won't this be Plan B's first inflationary cycle? I mean, I guess like heavily inflationary. I think he means like the first cycle it's technically like the first cycle of Bitcoin was I guess the dollar or our economy was dealing with inflation because of the housing crisis. And 2009 was the high housing crisis year. So I think since that year, there hasn't been like an extreme like inflationary cycle. So I think it will be the first one since the first one. So I wonder, if he's going to actually hit his target, because I think he was only below target by how much? I want to say 30% is pretty high. I think his target was 110,000 and it hit 70. So he might be able to hit target this time because of inflation. We'll see. Which would be 750,000, which is Shizzy's target as well. Tomo says, I'm not bullish enough. Hey, I'm just trying to do my job, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm definitely bullish enough. I think I'm bullish just right, because once things get kicked off, I'm going to be extremely bullish. Y'all are going to say, you're too bullish. You're like Shizzy now.
And I'm going to be all of a sudden bearish. Like, what is going on?
Stewie says higher.
Adding names.
Yes, higher. And Danny says, okay, thanks, guys. Never sold a single Billy Cat. Not till 0.02 at least. Yeah. I'm around that price range as well. That my goal is at least for a milestone. So, that would be awesome. I think there's a lot of potential with this, the Billy Cats, because I think that not only is the design iconic along with Billy, the Bitcoin cat eyes and the Bitcoin B, but also the collection has a lot of creativity to it, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really attracting a lot of new community members. So we'll see how this thing grows out. Every little ordinal cycle, there's always one to three new collections that benefit quite a lot. So I don't know. This might be one of them. Not financial advice, of course. Francisco Jose, this is funny. He goes, the chances to win here are better than a mint at Decentralized. The Decentralized ordinal mint. Hey, you get a lot of chances to win here, right? Like, I mean, we do giveaways, and when it gets crazy, we'll probably do, some good ones. So we'll see. I mean, this is a good one. But
I mean, I'm hearing, to $1 billion, to a Bitcoin, right? That's what I'm hearing. So,
yeah,
Billy to a Bitcoin.
Billy to a Bitcoin. Billy to a Billy. Ichitoshi says fluid is quite interesting, well worth a look at. Yeah, I think so too. I think that people have slept on them. Even, after we've talked about them, people have slept on them. But you have to remember, though, they are a newer project to the ecosystem. They've been building at a fast pace, but there's a lot to be built, right? So I think once the platform has these staking mechanisms, and the DEX is flowing very nice, the user base goes up, that's whenever I think people are going to be really, really bullish on them. So we're hoping that you guys can benefit from them being one of our partners, and you guys learning about them, because we never suggest anybody to buy anything, because that's not what we are about here. We don't tell you what to buy. We just inform you and educate you on what is being built in the space. So if we ever come across that, we're telling you what to buy, that's not it at all. So don't think that. What we're doing is we're trying to educate you guys, because I wish I had this education before the last cycle, 2020, right? On what was hot, what was being built, what would be useful in that EVM ecosystem. Love this comment by Sixes. He says Trump wears the Billy glasses at Nashville and Billy gets a Binance listing. Let's go. If Trump wears Billy glasses, it's over. That thing is going straight to a Billy. Oh, yeah. So Yashir has a good point here. He says Surf Protocol is enough for a chain to be successful. Merlin chain is lucky to have Surf. I actually agree with you on that. I've said it before. We saw what GMX was for Arbitrum. Arbitrum was out well before GMX was built on their chain. GMX really took it to the next level. I'm not saying Surf is going to be that, but it's already had its positive influence with Merlin, in my opinion. And they haven't even announced their IDO yet, right? And one thing I'll say about Surf is, talking to those guys, they are very specialized in the leverage space. So they've built centralized exchange leverage platforms. They have the know-how to make this thing super, super robust and features and all that craziness. So just keep staying up to date with them. We'll try to update you guys as much as possible with their future IDO and all that stuff. Again, not telling you guys to spend any money into anything at all, but just stay educated on them. What are they bringing? What pain points are they solving for the space? TX Hash says, good morning, bro. Nice podcast. Thank you for watching and listening. Justin Garreau says, can't believe how low RSM is going. Yeah, I mean, it had a lot of hype a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I think some new things came into the hype spotlight. Agora being the predictions marketplace is one. Of course, Billy jumping back into that spotlight, and a couple of these like political tokens, right? Like fight went nuts today. And you have the Trump token and then the JD Vance token. So, you know, and then BTC Trump runes, that one's like at $3 million market cap right now, right? So
Yep.
I think the politics is kind of taking over that.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to spin one.
All right, let's get a spin here. 324 people watching live. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, and good luck to the first winner here.
Yeah, man. Just making sure I do see some names here that just popped in. Let me just add them really quickly.
All right, this is the cutoff. So the last person was Dream Big.
I beat Kurt, I think.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Okay, let's make sure Mike's World is in there because he just popped in. So Mike's World is the last one at 11:15 a.m. Central Time.
Who else?
You got Mike's World in there? That's it.
Yeah.
Unless did you get I Kurt B, Sebastian No 69?
I think I gotta add Ron.
Yeah, add Ron in there, and that should be the last one.
So I only got that's Sebastian. Yeah, I got Sebastian. All right,
okay.
We're good. Spin this thing, right?
Good luck, everybody.
Here we go. The win a cat.
Wait. Oh my gosh. You didn't do it, did you?
No, I said this win a cat. Titus.
Okay.
888. Congratulations.
Okay, wait, let me put that in the thing real quick.
And I'm gonna remove you so you can't win again.
Okay, wait. What was it? Titus what?
I'll message you.
Okay.
You just message this over to Yagobi real quick. Oh no.
What happened?
It didn't save Titus. Let me find it real quick.
Doesn't it show the last winner? Hold on, I can find it.
Just remove them. It's Titus. Titus, put your thing in there if you're still here.
There, I found it. Titus.
What is
Alex 888. Is that it?
Alex? Yeah, sounds good. Yep, 888 was definitely it. Yep, that's him. All right. Ready to go again?
Yeah, and we can also check the recording too afterwards just to make sure.
I'm pretty sure it's right. Yeah, that's right because he has another monkey. So, all right, ready, guys? Here we go. Giving away another.
Good luck.
334 people in here.
Oh,
shout out, Mr. Sheedy. Let's go. Congratulations, Titus, and congratulations, Mr. Sheedy. You guys are awesome. What's Danny joking about here? If I don't win, I'm selling all my Billy. No, Danny, cannot sell your Billy Cats. But congratulations, Sheedy. Congratulations, Titus. You guys are the winners of today. And hopefully you guys just don't dump them on the markets. I think they're going to go to, potentially 7, $8, in my opinion. So let's hold on to these things. But I will definitely have them in your things today. So I'm going to reach out to you. Don't reach out to me just to make sure that I have the right address. But yeah, congrats, guys. Awesome show today, man.
Yep. There's a couple more questions in here I want to get to. The Cretan says, what is the trick on buying runes on Fluid token? None of my buyers are filling. There seems to be no liquidity unless you pay way more for the rune. Any thoughts? So, yeah, I mean, if you're trying to pay a certain price, then they're going to try and match you up, right? And that person has to sign the transaction on the other end. So that's what is probably happening, as well as if there isn't any liquidity for that specific token, you're going to have to, create the buy or sell order so you can be the liquidity, right? I think there's going to be more advancements as Bitcoin advances in the future, but you're going to probably have to stick to the more popular tokens for now until, the user base grows. It's growing every day, a little bit by a little bit, but, it'll get there. And once it does, you'll see a lot more liquidity there for the other tokens other than Dog and the Billy and those top ones. So, all right. Kai says I might have to get a new Twitter account. They haven't responded to your appeal. Okay. Your Hive Pass is with me. Don't worry about that. Just once you're ready, just message me and I'll send it over because I still have the Hive Passes for you, Kai. One thing Yasher says, RSM will return back, but the problem with these projects is they do not manage their token with the plan for it later on. Kind of bad management. Yeah, so like I said, I think this is going to really show people if Mikhail from BRC 100 is a legit builder in the space or not. So, people have given him the benefit of the doubt with RSM. And if he builds something out here that's useful or used, then we can check that box off. If not, then we check the other one off, in my opinion. I think that's a fair way to assess it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, his reputation's on the line here. He's built something that we really haven't used with BRC 100. So this is his second attempt using, a better ecosystem, honestly, with runes. I mean, that's pretty easy to say. So we'll see what he's building there. And so I'm curious to see what happens here. I'm a holder of this token as well, RSM. I'm thinking it's going to be the track of runes, in my opinion, we kind of sit here for a little while before we take a lift off. But, I definitely see this doing really well. He assured me that the platform is dropping in September. I was curious, was it going to be Q3 or Q4 or Q1? And he was like, no, it'll be a lot sooner than you think. He's like, we're just about done, just doing the testing. So we'll see. RSM is definitely something that I would like to play with once it's live. But yeah, we'll see.
Awesome. Last thing is, Danny says, also, I might have onboarded my foreman who hated crypto earlier this year. He's asking about ordinals.
Ooh,
yes,
starting.
Be like Danny, guys. Be like Danny. Onboard someone to the Bitcoin ecosystem, for every opportunity you get, because, you might help them out a lot for this upcoming run. So. Last thing too, Kai says, with Liquidium, I'm wondering if there's a way we can set up automatic signatures. Oh, I think he's meaning Fluid. Automatic signatures on
Liquidium too.
Ones.
So
really?
I've had those issues too, where like I borrowed, and it takes, sometimes it took like 24 hours for the guy to sign it on his side.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I forgot.
So it's kind of the same thing with Fluid as well. Like there's no way to do that in Bitcoin, guys. And if there is, that'd be really scary because that means they have access to your wallet. So I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Well, without Opcat, eventually, there might be simple, smart contracts if Opcat gets added with maybe a couple other opcodes, to make that automated. But we're not there yet, obviously. So that is the answer to that question, Kai. So appreciate all 347 one of you guys for watching this on a slower Wednesday, but it was fun. It was a great show. And if you have a moment, please check out Ordinal Hive, the Blur of Bitcoin, building on Merlin chain and Bitcoin's native layer. Fluid tokens, we just talked about them. They're going to be a big player in the infrastructure space. Staking is coming. They partnered with Xverse. That's huge. Get the points on Fluid. Use their decks, whatever you have to do, just to earn those points, because the top 1,000 earners will get a free airdrop Fluid pass. That's going to be valuable, in my opinion, not financial advice. VDEX is right around the corner. They keep telling us, so we'll see. They're also building on Merlin, and they are a Bitcoin Layer 1 DEX. And then we just spoke about Traverse for Security Wednesdays, the Bitcoin Layer 1 security solution.
100%. And guys, go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles. If you know someone new into the space, send them our site. We feel like we put enough information on here to get them really caught up to what's being built here. So check out ordinalrevolution.com. Send it to the noobs. And we're 7 days away from Bitcoin Nashville. We're 7 days away from having an amazing time. We can't wait to meet a lot of you guys. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. So we'll be in the conference. And if you want to get in, we have a 21% off coupon. Use our site here. You pay in Bitcoin, get the 21% off. It's a huge difference. Definitely check this out. And, obviously it helps the channel by using our link here. And if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, check out our store. We feel like we have some of the best clothing in ordinals. And if you're not going to wear our stuff, wear someone else's. Let's show the maxis that ordinals are here. Let's see cats, let's see frogs, let's see node monkeys, let's see all kinds of crazy stuff everywhere. Goose shirts, everything else. So definitely check out our gear. I think you did run out of time though. I don't think you're going to be able to get it by Nashville, but I don't know. You got we're not the manufacturer. And that's the thing too, is like, we don't get your address. We don't get none of that stuff. We have a third party that's doing everything for us. We just make the designs and they handle everything. So you don't have to worry about us getting your information. And I think that's a big thing with Ordinals community and why people don't want to buy things, especially Ordinals gear and stuff like that. We will not look at your information or of any kind. So definitely check out ordinalrevolution.com. And guys, the more times you go to here, it kind of helps us. If you like our show at all, just go to the site a few times a day. That'll benefit us pretty well. So
Yep.
All right. That's the show, guys. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. UTC. We give you guys, an hour, try to give an hour of the news every single day. We hope you guys appreciate it. And I think that's it. I think we're good.
Yep. That is it.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to upload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to upload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Merlin, I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shysty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.